Hi everybody, this is a Sonya skincare range facial that I'm going to do today on my sister. We've just basically put a headband on her, and then firstly we're going to do a cleanse, a tone, an exfoliation, and then we're going to do our Botox in a bottle mask, which is basically for tightening and brightening the skin. It's best to have it done by either somebody else or somebody there with you, because once you put it onto your skin it does tighten up, so there's not a lot you can do for a good half an hour, so you're drinking through straws and you're just sitting still for as long as you can. It's very good for fine lines and plumping out any areas of aging around your face. So firstly, Laura's very good with all the aloe products, but make sure before you use them on anybody, including yourself, to test patch, because some people can't obviously use some products. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cleanse Laura's face with a little bit of the aloe hand and face. I would sometimes just use a cleanser as well, but because Laura uses the hand and face daily anyway, we're going to use that on her. So we're just going to soap it up, and we're just going to use it all over her skin. Get a little bit more wet. There we go. And we're just going to soap it up like a cleanser all over. There we go. Right, once we've done that, I'm just going to use a face cloth, very lightly pat it all over and take off the residue. There we go. This is something you can do on yourself, guys, as well. Don't think that it's only something you can do on each other, but this is, if you've seen my other posts and my other home facial cleansers that you do on yourself, this is basically what I'm doing on Laura, just using a few of the different products that I haven't already used. So once we've done that and the skin's still a little bit damp, I'm going to take the Aloe Deep Cleansing Exfoliator. This is from the Sonya range. This is very good for nourishing the skin as well as exfoliating. The microbeads are slightly larger in this one other than the aloe soap, so it's more of a luxury exfoliant. Again, you only need a very small amount, probably the size of about a 5p piece, but you need quite a little bit of liquid with this one because there's a lot more oils in this one. And if you can see, it still has the microbeads in it. So we're going to pat it all over, and we're going to use it in the areas where Laura's quite dry. So we're going to use it around her chin where she's got a few blocked pores, around the nose, on the bridge of her nose, and up into her forehead where she does have slight psoriasis area here just on the hairline. And we're going to bring it all around. Now, like the aloe scrub, it kind of collects together and you can feel it once you need to stop. So just keep on bringing it together around the skin, working in circular motions upwards and outwards. Never drag the skin while you're doing it, just do it very gently. And this is a brilliant product in a process of a facial, so if you're doing a mask straight after it, because it's prepping the skin and getting rid of all those dead skin cells before you're doing it. So once it starts to come together, you can feel it almost kind of slowing down on the skin. You can't move as much on the skin, and it almost disappears. You can just see little bits around it. Once you've done that, what I will then do again is just take a heated face cloth, and I'm just going to start on the neck and bring it out, and then flip it over and work my way up. Again, don't drag the skin too much, just gently get some water on it and pat it dry to get rid of any exfoliator left. Sometimes you do have to go back round or maybe just flip the flannel so you've got a clean side, because you don't want any of those microbeads left on your skin when you're doing the mask. If in doubt, your next step is to tone, and that'll get rid of everything that might be left over. Does that feel alright? Very good. If they're wearing makeup beforehand, guys, I would probably use our eye makeup remover as well, which is very good for all makeup around the eye area, but I use it for the whole face as well sometimes, just to get rid of any quite stubborn makeup or thick makeup, depending on what they wear. But if somebody's coming for a facial, I suppose they're not going to be wearing heavy makeup. Right, so once your skin's still a little bit damp, just take a couple of cotton wool pads or balls, whichever you prefer. And this is the aloe refreshing Sonya Care toner, and it has quite a neat little cap on the top, so you're not taking too much out like some of the bottles that you can have a full bottle of.
Excuse me.
I'm just going to take a little bit of toner on each of the pads, and I'm just going to blot them around the skin and then pull on where we need it. And that just refreshes the skin and removes any residue of any cleanser or exfoliator. And again, opens the pores up ready to apply a mask. Everything smells the same as well. It reminds me of the key lime. It's very citrus.
It's really nice.
There we go. Right, just feel the skin to make sure you've got rid of everything. Put that back aside. Right, so our next step is our mask. Now, this is in the Fleur de Jouvence range. It's an aloe activator and the aloe powder, which go together. Now, this is a mask that's probably used once a week by people who use it, but I would say when you first use it, I'd use it maybe every other day just to get your regime going. But it's very good for, as I said, tightening and brightening the skin, and it has an instant effect on the skin, so you can see the instant renewal of the skin. And when it goes on, as I say, it's very tightening, so you want to put it in areas, I mean, I tend to put it all over my face, but you want to put it in areas where you want to use that tightening effect the most, so on your forehead, around your eyes. And what you do is you have the aloe powder, which is a powder form. It's like a pink powder. It's very fine particles, so you need about a teaspoon amount, not very much at all. You get quite a lot in the tub, so it does last you. And then you get the aloe activator. Now, they both work together. The aloe activator can actually be used as a toner as well, but best off used together. The powder, then you need the same amount of activator as you do as the powder, so again a teaspoon amount. And I would then put, sorry if you can hear the children screaming. You then put that about a teaspoon amount again, and then you mix it together until it becomes like a lotion kind of consistency. Keep on blending it. It does come together like a putty, but then once you've got it together, it does kind of reduce. Probably need just a little touch more just to get it liquefied again. That's it. There we go. Actually, at the end of the month, guys, when I do the wrap parties, I'm actually going to do facial parties as well. So if anybody's coming along who wants to try this before they buy it, I will be doing that with you. So if you can see, it's like a lotion consistency. Give it a good rub round, and just use a makeup, like a foundation brush, something with like a splayed brush that you can get all around the face. So what I would then do is I would work around Laura's face, and what I'd do is I'd work on the outside inwards. So I would work right from ear to ear, applying it quite thinly but quickly, because it sets very, very quick. And it just feels like almost like a very light chamomile lotion wash on your skin, and it's barely visible, so when you put it on you think, oh, am I putting enough on? But honestly, it doesn't need a lot. Try and go around your eyebrows as well, because you don't want it to collect in those areas. Around the nose, under the nose area, because all those little fine lines for any smokers it's very good for as well. And across the forehead. You can go in the eye socket area if you want to, but I just go as close as I can to the eye without actually going in it. There we go. Right. Use as much as the product as you possibly can and go down the chin now, but don't go across the windpipe area because you don't want any tightening on that area at all. There we go. So once that's placed on and you've used all the product, try to use it all, guys. You don't want any waste in the bottom. And it's applied everywhere. What I would then do is I would probably offer Laura to either sit up or just relax and chill out where she is. And then I'd put some cotton pads over her eyes with some maybe of the toner on it just to soothe any dark circles around the eyes. So I'm going to pop back in about 10 minutes, guys, and I'll review the rest of it and show you what's next. Okay, thanks very much.